Hi, this is Eric Martin. We're Board Game Geek. I'm here with Roberto D'Amelio from Ares Games.
Hello.
We're going to be talking about Last Friday, which is an upcoming game from you. And I know I was reading an interview with you where you're talking about being a fan of this style of game.
Yes, I'm definitely a big fan of this kind of game. I've been in various ways been involved with the publishing of several of them, in fact, because Garibaldi first, and then a heavily revised edition of Garibaldi, which actually got released by Ravensburger a few years ago as Mr. X. So it was the relaunch of Mr. X. Then Whitechapel is the game which I published as Nexus. And so when we saw this design, of course, I was immediately curious to see what this was about and if it was really something new, added anything significant to the genre.
Right.
And so I decided it did, and so we decided to go ahead and publish it, the English version for the English worldwide market.
Okay. And so for people who don't know, this is sort of hidden movement.
Yes.
Where one character is going to be moving on the map, at least initially. Someone's moving on the map without anyone knowing where that person is.
Yes, that's the basic concept. Yeah.
But in this story, there's a little bit more because the person who is moving
is maniac, is a serial killer.
Okay, yeah, okay. And you want to stay away from it, or at least, I guess, if we want to talk about it in the larger scale, this game takes place over multiple acts.
Exactly. Yes.
So maybe you can detail those.
Yes, definitely. So I think that the main twist, as you said, over the previous games in the genre is exactly in a way the reversal of roles, because in all previous games in the category, the player who moves hidden is the one which the other players are chasing, in fact. So is in a way, whatever kind of character he is in fact, in the hunt, is a victim, is something that the other characters are trying to get to and try to capture, try to arrest. Here, the feeling in gameplay, while it's superficially similar, because I move behind the screen, I track my moves by writing notes down on my screen. But especially in the first scenario, and again in the third scenario of the game, what you are trying to do is to go out and kill the other players who are moving visibly on the board.
Okay.
So the feeling from the players who don't know where the maniac player is very different, because it's not like, okay, I got you, I know where you are, and now I'm going to capture you. It's like, okay, now I know where you are, and you are probably right behind my back, ready to kill me. So it's really completely reversal of roles, a very different kind of feeling. Then, just like following the genre to which the game is clearly inspired, then the role reverses, and then in the second act, in the second scenario of the game, the campers, after being safe from the maniac in the first act, unless they all die, and so in this case the maniac would win after just the first scenario. Now they take a little bit of strength, they become a little bit bolder and braver, and they decide to go out and search for the maniac and try to kill him before he can kill more of them.
Okay.
And so this is a switch into a more traditional style, so where the players are trying to capture the maniac is trying to flee. But it's typical of the movies of this genre, it's not so easy to kill the killer and get him to stay dead. And so in the third scenario, he actually comes back from the dead and wants revenge on the character who killed him. So it's there is this kind of reversals which are very true to the theme, and I think made it quite an exciting difference in terms of its predecessors. It's really, so if you like other games in the genre, like Garibaldi or Whitechapel or Scotland Yard, I think that you are really finding something new in these games. Then there are a little more other specific mechanical elements. So there is various various types of different kind of tokens which the players can gather while they move around the board, so that give them special powers. But also the Maniac has some special tokens which give them one-time abilities that he can use. A very important role in the game is that of the bungalows or the cabins, because these are places where the players can find refuge in the first scenarios. In the first scenario, they are key to not being killed. What you want to do is to find one of the keys to the bungalow and to get into them before the Maniac can find you. But actually, so you can get in safely and turn on the lights so that it also helps you to spot the Maniac in case it comes around. But it might happen that the Maniac crashes into the bungalow with his axe, and so in this kind of situation, the bungalow becomes a dangerous place where the Maniac might be hiding and trying to get you well there. So it's several interesting new twists on the genre.
All right, thanks for the overview.
Yeah, thank you.